Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing right now. Thank you, and let's get started. So today we are going to be looking at how to use autofill in Excel. So this autofill is a tool you use when you want to fill cells with data so that they follow a series or pattern based on the content that you have in other cells. And we're going to see this in demonstration here. So the first kind of autofill is copy cells, and that is what we are going to start with. So on this sheet, you can see we have hello. Okay, so to demonstrate this, you just right click on where we have this cross and you drag down to the position that you want. So this copy is supposed to give us exactly the same thing that we have in that first cell, which is hello. Okay, so once we click on copy, it returns exactly what we have, which is hello. Then the next is fill series. So for this fill series, you have a series of number and you want it to follow sequentially, okay, depending on the numbers that you have. So in the same way, you just right click on this arrow, on this cross, and then drag to the position that you want. Then you click on this fill series. So it will fill it sequentially from the number that you started with. Then next is to fill formatting only. So if you look at this very place, we have text, okay, and here I will type something. I'll type another text. Let's say I'm typing dog, for example. Tap, tap, bag. Now you can see all these are in reds, okay, in blacks, and then this is in red. So if we're filling formats only, the only thing that we're going to be filling will be this color, which is the format that we've added to this text. It's currently in red, and when we click on this cross, right click on it and drag down, you could see the positions where we do not have anything. It's not going to fill those positions, but the sides where we have text, the only thing that is going to do there is just to format the text to the same format that the one we copied from is having. So we fill formatting only here, and you see what happens. So it fills only the colors. Then here you fill without formatting. Okay, so in this case now we have text and I want to fill without formatting. I can simply copy this down, okay, to a position that I want. Let me use right click. You right click here and copy down to the position that you want, and then you select fill without formatting. So what it's going to do now is it's going to fill the entire cells that we've selected, but without this format, which is the red coloration. So you can see it returned it with the default format, which is black. The next thing is filling days. So here we have a date, okay, and we want to copy down so that it fills it based on days. That's if today is 1st of January, for example, tomorrow, which is 2nd of January, should follow, and day after, which is 3rd, should follow, and so on. So we also right click on this and drag down, then select fill days. Okay, so once you select fill days, it's going to fill the days for you based on the sequence. Okay. Then the next is filling weekdays. This one we only fill the weekdays that we have and not just days. So it will ensure that what it's filling are weekdays. So when you right click on this and drag down, you select weekdays. So you can see 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then it's skipped. That means we have weekends. And then the beginning of the week again, it starts from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then it skipped again and started from 22 down. So this is how you fill weekdays, by just using autofill. And then the next thing that we will see is filling months. Okay. So with this, instead of here we have April, the next we should be May, June, and so on. So what we'll do is just to right click on this, drag down, and we fill months. So you can see we have April, May, June, July, down to the new year. And then next we are going to look at is how to fill years. So for years, you still do the same thing, right click, drag down, and select years. So you can see 20, 25, 26, and so on. And then what you're going to look at next is the linear trend. So in linear trend, it's adding a certain constant down for you as you copy. So in this case, we are having 2, which is going to add to 4, and then what it gets, it adds to 2, and so on down. So what we do is just to right click on this as well, drag down to the position that we want, and then since it's not displaying here, you click on this series. Okay, click on this series, then you have linear. Okay, and you select trend. Okay, so once you click on OK, you see it's adding 2 to 6, 2 to 4, it's adding 2 again to 6, 2 to 8, and so on. So it uses this constant, which is 2, and adds it through. For growth trend, it's multiplying through. Unlike the linear trend, which adds through, the growth trend will multiply this constant through. So what we do is we right click and drag down, then we select this series, go to growth, and then trend, and we click on OK. So you see it will multiply through, multiply 2 and 4, multiply 2 and 8, multiply 2 and 32, and so on. Then flash fill. For flash fill, is going to recognize the pattern of what you fill here and then use it subsequently. So in this case, we have johndoe@gmail.com. And what we want is to just have the username and not the entire email. So to get the username for John Doe, we type John and Doe. Okay, so we've gotten it. So to be able to fill orders, maybe we have up to hundreds here. We just right click on this, drag down, and select. So what we are going to select is this flash fill. Okay, so once you select flash fill, you see that it's displaying Mary Smith, Alex Jones, and so on. If we have others, it's going to do same for them. Then finally is for series. So here we have 0 starting the series. We just right click as well, drag down, and then we select series. So we can decide to fill linear, or we just use the normal series. We can make different kind of selections here, but the quickest is just to use the normal series, which we also have the option here. So we just fill series and it gives us the sequential number. And that brings us to the end of our video showing you how to autofill. If you found this video helpful, please like and share, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.